In today's video, I'm gonna be talking about my weight and how I have lost weight over the past few years. Hi everyone and welcome to my channel. My name is Orphea and in today's video I'm gonna be talking about something that has been requested a lot of times already by you, and it is my weight loss journey. Now before we get talking about the actual weight loss, I'm gonna have to talk a little bit about my history with weight, with my body, so that you understand where I come from and how I've gotten to the point that I am now. So let's start with a little bit of background story on me and my weight, etc. I was a skinny kid, and in my family we have two sides of the family, my mom's side and my dad's side. My dad's side of the family are really tall people who are skinny to slim, so no one I think in my dad's part of the family is overweight. And then we have my mom's side of the family where people tend to be smaller and tend to be a little bit plumper, a little bigger, let's say. So I'm a mix of those two. Up to age 17, 18, 19, I never really had to look at my weight. I was skinny, I was tall for my age, always have been, and I didn't really gain weight regardless of what I was eating. Now, things that you have to keep in mind: up to age 19, I lived at home. I ate at home mostly. I was a dancer. And I had gym classes. So those four things are four important things to keep in mind when we go further into this video. When I was 19, I went for my bachelor's degrees. I started going to a bigger school in another city, and I still ate my regular meals most of the time at home, but I also ate at school. I ate breakfast or a skip breakfast. I was not really going into my school career super healthy. And those are also the years that I met my partner, who I've been with for 7 years. He did not have a healthy lifestyle either. In 2009, 2010, I still followed dance classes, so I still had that exercise, but that also dropped after a few years because I wasn't able to keep up with my school schedule and the dancing classes. Now, my partner at the time also didn't want me to do certain dance classes anymore, so I stopped them, which was the stupidest thing that I could have done. But hey, we all do stupid things in our lives. It happens. Now, because of a combination of those things, I didn't really have the healthiest lifestyle anymore. And when I got my degree and started working, it only got worse because I moved in with him at his place, and I took over most of his eating habits, which were, to say the least, terrible. But I ate everything myself. I put everything in my own mouth. It has always been my own responsibility. Now, I know that I was my heaviest at the end of 2016, early 2017. I know I was over 100 kilos, and I know I didn't write it down anywhere because I was really ashamed of it. You can also see, if you look back at my YouTube videos from that time, that I wasn't really feeling well. That I was uncomfortable in my own skin, basically. Now, in 2017, I decided to want to change that, so I made my first two big changes. First one, I started drinking mostly water. Second one, I started going to the gym and working out. And those are the two most important things, and the third one will follow later in this video, that I started doing. Now, I didn't go to the gym super regularly. I went to the gym once or twice a week, but it was enough for my weight to start dropping. And for this period, I have for about a year, I tracked my weight because I was bullet journaling. So I know from July to December 2017, I went from 95 kilos, which wasn't my heaviest, by the way, to 87 kilos, which is already a good weight. It's a weight that I would be happy with today if I were at. Now, in 2018, I also have a few of my weight overviews. So in early 2018, January, February, March, I had a consistent weight of 87 kilos. Then in May, June, July, I gained weight again. So I went over 90 kilos again. I went again up to 92, 93 kilos. And then I dropped weight again in August, September, October, November that year. I don't have exact numbers, but I know that I dropped weight again in that period of time because I started going to the gym with someone, with one of my best friends, Bieke. She's amazing. She motivated me a lot to go to the gym again. Now, in January, February, March last year was actually not a good time period for me. It was, a very difficult time. Let's just keep it at that. My cat had health issues. I broke up with my partner from at the time, the partner I had been for 7 years with. So for me, it was really a turning point in my life. It was a time that I decided, like, right now I'm gonna live for myself. I'm gonna set goals that I want to reach and I'm gonna commit to them. So what I did is I only drank water, which is still one of the things that I started already doing, but only drinking water. The second one was going to the gym 2 to 3 times a week. And the third one was going veggie, vegan. Now this was something that I had been wanting to do for a very long time, but wasn't able with my previous partner because of several reasons. But that is when I started really losing weight. I started losing weight up to a point that I went around 70 kilos, which is really low considering how tall I am. So I know that the period of August, September last year was really my worst in terms of going low again in weight, and I was at my unhealthiest as well. When I started going veggie vegan, I lost a lot of weight in a really short time period, but I also had to go to the doctor more often. I was sick. I think I was sick at least once a month, which is really not usual for me, which is really not good for me. So my doctor actually told me, like, hey, what's going on? What are you doing? I explained to her that I went veggie vegan. And she told me, like, hey, you either need to start eating more and include chicken mainly into your meals again, or you have to look into getting a dietitian, advise you on how to keep up with this exercise schedule that you put yourself on and to still have enough food in your body. I have food allergies. I have 2 that are really big in veggie vegan food. Carrots and apples, which is not really a good thing if you want to go full veggie vegan. Anyways, so when my doctor told me that I should eat more and eat more variety of foods, I started doing that. I never went to a dietitian. I just decided on my own to make a few modifications. And that's also the period of time where I reconnected with old friends, met new people, and actually met my current partner. At the end of 2019, I was together with my current partner already, and I kind of started eating with him more often. Now, he's someone who eats meat a lot, so I also took over kind of a little bit of that meat. Now, I don't say that I like eating meat. I don't enjoy meat. I will eat it if it's on my plate because I'm against food waste, but I don't currently, if I go to the shops to buy food for myself, I will not pick out meat. I will either take chicken or I will take a veggie alternative that I can eat. Then we go to 2020. 2020 was a really turbulent year already. As you all know, Corona happened, and in March we went into a full-blown lockdown here in Belgium. Now, my partner decided to come to my place and to stay here for that lockdown. We never expected it to go as it did, but he's still living here and we have been together for that entire period of time, most days. Now, I took over his eating habits and he took over a little bit of mine. So whenever I would cook, it was mainly veggie meals, and whenever he would cook, it was always meals that had some sort of meat incorporated in them. Now, I did gain again some weight during the lockdown, and I think I'm actually at a good stable weight. My doctor recommends me to be between 80 and 85 kilos, which is where I am at right now. It's actually my perfect weight, my ideal weight, and that's where I plan on keeping it. Am I still super obsessive like last year with what I eat on a daily basis? No, absolutely not. I try to have a variety of foods in my diet. I will eat cookies, I will eat ice cream if I want to, but I will limit those. So I will still have them, but not as much as I would have years ago when I was still with my previous partner. Now, also a big change that happened for us is that because of several reasons, we started using HelloFresh. And we're actually super happy with HelloFresh because most of their meals, well, all of their meals are actually balanced. So they have a lot of veggies in them. If there's meat, it's small portions. And it's actually made a really big change in how we feel, because before that, especially my partner would get bloated a lot, he would have a lot of stomach issues, but ever since we switched to having HelloFresh meals, we both feel a lot better in our bodies because of the food we are having. Now, this is not a promotion for HelloFresh, they do not sponsor this video, this is just something that I changed in my life that I'm super happy about. So currently I am around 80-85 kilos. It depends on the week, it depends on how much exercise I've had, it depends how much I've snacked in between meals, it depends on a lot of things. But I know for myself that I weigh myself at least twice a week just to keep track of where I am at. I'm not obsessive with it, but I think it's good that even if you have reached your goal weight and if you are in a good margin of weight, to keep track of it, to know where you are at. Now currently what I do to maintain my weight and to keep healthy and fit, even with Corona, with not being able to go to the gym for several months, is I invested in a yoga mat. So I exercise at home, and I mainly do flexibility and strength workouts. Chloe Ting here on YouTube is really good at having high intensity workouts that you can do. They take 10 to 15 minutes more or less each, and I really enjoy doing those. So what I do is I do one of those workouts at least every day. Now I do flexibility workouts and stretching every single day because I think it's super important, because I want to get more flexible. But the high intensity workouts I do 1 on 2 days. So I do those 2, 3, or maybe 4 times a week if I'm really feeling motivated. But that's how I've kept up with my current weight. I'm still drinking a lot of water. My main drink is water, and then I will have either 1 glass of something else every day if I really want to, but most of the times it's 2 or 3 times a week that I will drink iced tea or cola or anything else that is not water. So these are the 3 main tips that I would give you if you are looking at getting healthier, getting fitter, losing a little bit of weight. Is first of all, switch to drinking mostly water. Second of all, do some physical activity, start walking. If you do nothing right now, even just start doing a little walk around the block where you live is really good. I would recommend, if you can go to a gym, go to a gym if you can do it safely. Otherwise, maybe start doing online workouts. It could be an online belly dance class, it could be other online classes that you take, or tutorials that you follow, or workouts that you follow on YouTube. I personally do those a lot. And number 3 is to limit your portions and eat healthier. Eat more veggies, eat more fruit. It is super important for you. I could not stress this enough. Before we end this video, I want to of course thank my patrons for supporting my channel and helping me out. My main patrons, my high tier patrons, are Anders and Jerry. Thank you so much. And of course, thank you to each and every one of you. If you are interested in joining my Patreon as well, the links are in the description of this video. If you liked this video, give it a big thumbs up. If you have anything you want to talk about in the comments, your own weight loss or weight gain progress, if you have any other tips and tricks than what I've mentioned in this video, or if you just want to talk to me, feel free to do so in the comment section. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I make new videos every Friday and I would love to have you for every single one of them. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you soon. Bye!